Make sure to be a member on the channel, link is in the description. Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video, a quick one today. Thank you for my members, Lefouche and Vivi. And thank you all for all the subscribers, and let's get into it. Make sure to subscribe and be a member. So very quick video today, just to show one thing that will completely change every single top tier or like 8 point something plus BR matches in every single match, and that's it. They actually removed the operation time and activation time actually basically removed. You know, the activation time for some missiles, most of the missiles, air-to-air missiles, IR guided, and they improved the operating time of them. So as you see here, the MatAWG R530, the 550, the Magic 2, of course, AIM-9s, all the AIM-9s, the BF, DE, G, the RBs, of course, the R3Ss, R13 M1s, R60s, R23s, 24s, PL2s, PL5s, SRAMs, Firestreak, Red Tops, Shafir 1 and 2. All these missiles now have only 1 second of activation time. This completely changes everything. It's one thing that we needed for a long time, and it's just very, very good to have. And the operation time was increased to 20 seconds for all missiles, so it's quicker to actually activate them, and it's a lot longer than they last trying to get a lock. I think the R24 was 25, so they decrease it, but still, um, they are. I mean, this is one of the best changes of the patch. Basically, it's just such a fun thing. And another thing that they did was to remove the restriction on maximum launch vehicle overload to air-to-air missiles. That means that we don't have any more air-to-air missile launch overload limits. What that means that you can fire a missile if you get a lock. It doesn't matter if you're pulling G's or not. So they basically made I mean, this is not the most. I mean, like it doesn't change that much, but it's kind of a quality to life kind of thing, because now you can actually um, like just activate the missile and use it. You don't have to keep waiting 5 seconds, 6 seconds to actually use the missile, and you can launch it from. I mean, you have to obviously remember that a missile like an A9B, for example, will not be able to maintain the levels of turning capabilities that you need to actually hit a target when you are pulling too many Gs. So it would be nice to just fly straight when you fire the missile, but it's just something that the pilot should do, not the missile. So this is just amazing. There are some other changes. For example, there's this bug that AIM-9D removed the AI disarming before missile launch. For some laser guided munition, added a target IR from aircraft aiming system and did targeting IR prior to missile launch, so a little bit better to fire the missile and to actually use them. The Mila actually fixed the bug that we could not launch the AIM-9B past Mach 1, which was pretty weird. So yeah, it's just really, really fun to have that. They changed some other stuff here, as you see, like the 14. They're changing a little bit of the wings and stuff, but doesn't matter. Let's get into the game. We are here in the game, and I'm going to show a little bit on what I mean with this MiG-21. So we are here, and we are going to use the R3S or the M9B just because it's a little bit easier to show what these changes, what the change is. So yeah, I click the button and the missile is on. So it's 1 second, okay? So again, click the button, missile is on. So it's much faster than before. It was 4 seconds for some missiles and more than that for others, even like 6 seconds. And another thing, as you see, we can pull a lot of G's and the missile will launch. It doesn't matter the the G's that you are pulling. You know, the missile will be launched, which is a thing that it's really good for some missiles. For others, you will have to actually think a little bit. For example, the M9B, as you see, it kind of goes like it doesn't have the maneuverability to actually hit properly the targets. So it would be better just to stay behind the target like this and fire the missile still. But it will decrease the amount of just weird, not being able to lock kind of thing, Let's test with a more maneuverable missile. So again, as you see, R24 for example, look at the speed, 1 second and it's good to go. Another missile, the R60. So basically all the IR missiles from aircraft are like that. And another thing that I want to show to you guys again is that, for example, the overload. So let's lock with that. Let's open our wings a lot and let's warm the missile up. And as you see, I can pull more than 7 Gs. Let me let me try this again. Wait, I'm way too slow for this. Wait, I'm way too slow. I have to be faster. So for example, 8 Gs and the R60 is launched. So yeah, this was a problem with the R60, for example, that he was never able to be pulled like this, So yeah, as I said, you have to be careful sometimes. It will be up to the pilot to actually know where when to hit and stuff like that. But it just completely changes. I mean, it doesn't completely change everything, but it will be much more like easier to use missiles, and it just makes it so that it's not so unpredictable, sometimes to use some missiles. So yeah, this is it. Just some news, and keep an eye out. A video is coming in an hour or so for the how to use the radar on this thing, the MiG-23 MLD, or any MiG-23 basically. So I see you guys on the next one, and bye. Make sure to subscribe.